Cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap Music Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I fucks with you.
Warning, this video is for satire, educational, and comedy use only. It is not intended to be actual fact, nor is it intended to give real meaning to any of the questions you ponder about late.
Liberation. Let's get into this Kantiana, man. News you can use, knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college.
This call is being recorded.
This call is being recorded. Just thought you should know that.
It's your boy, Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'm going to bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people? It's Hot Topics with your boy, Young and Hefe. And I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topic, man, got Infant Ice Man out the 6'9" East Coast. So, y'all know how this circus go, man, the internet space go, man. It seemed like everybody trying to shoot their jump shot, and they shooting from half court like they Steph Curry. Everybody wants to be up next, man. And, like, I'm not going to even lie, man. Like, it's crazy, like, how dudes, you know, you would think, you know, are solid or, you know, real individuals, you know, sell out for this internet, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just come with the content when the content, you know, is dropped in my lap or come to me. I'm not thirsty for no content. I'm not speaking on everybody's content. And I'm sure enough, you know, not, you know, placing false accusations out there or, you know, foul.
Face not put away.
I'm not thirsty for no content. I'm not speaking on everybody's content. And I'm sure enough, you know, not, you know, placing false accusations out there.
Accusations was the word you were looking for. Don't worry about the words are hard.
Or, you know, fouls on people, you know what I'm saying, who ain't foul. But I tapped in to this No Jumper, you know what I'm saying, podcast. I think that had to be like yesterday or something like that. They had J Hood up in there, had Asmo Dude, and they had Iceman, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm very familiar with Iceman or whatever the case may be, right? So I guess the topic was this baby shooter thing, you know what I'm saying? So since, you know, I think 600 was like the first person who might have got the recording from 4.0 from 40s, then after that, you know, I'm one of the people who got the recording or whatever, and, you know, I spoke on the situation. So I understand it's going to be different sides. You know, people going to have their opinions, but, you know, the truth is the truth, though. And I'm just like, you know, I don't understand how dudes, you know, can say this is foul or say people dropped the ball on this without feeling like they dropped the ball on situations and things that they've been in. So that's what we own, and that's what we about to get into. So,
Young and Hefe's finna expose the pop for calling the kettle black.
This call is being recorded.
I didn't even listen to it. You know, I just heard it, you know, from, you know, a brother of mine's in respectable source, you know what I'm saying? So he told me that basically Adam 22, you know, had these dudes up there on the panel, and the baby shooter situation came up. And I heard Iceman, you know, come out his mouth and say, oh, the gangsters dropped the ball on this situation, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody doing nothing to none of my homies. And as I keep pointing out, you know what I'm saying, out here in the game, that's why the game's so effed up right now, because people are allowing foul business, you know what I'm saying? As long as it's your homie, you know what I'm saying, or somebody you grew up with, they do something foul, dudes try to pamper it, you know what I'm saying? Dudes, you know, would do something that crosses them out the game, and dudes be ready to go to war with people, you know what I'm saying, over these antics, and that's just something I'm not going to do. You go to war with people, you know what I'm saying, who stand on integrity and people who stand on business. You don't go to war with people who do buster stuff. That just is what it is. Faced with danger or whatever the case may be, you have to stand on business in or get out the way. And if you get out the way, that's called a foul on.
And if you get out the way, stay out the way.
The play. So why would you
giving life? You feel me? Words is hard.
Jeopardize your freedom and anything else with some on the play? So why would you jeopardize your freedom and anything
words be killing this man?
Else with somebody who did bunk? You know what I'm saying? Or was scary. You know what I'm saying? I've never understood that. Like, I don't have nobody back that does anything scary. Stand on your 10 toes and know the truth is gonna move with you. So, however, it just threw me for a loop that, you know, Ice would hop out there and say anything like that. But then again, I guess it don't throw me for a loop because he already put it out there that, you know, he going to ride with his homies. And I guess this is another situation that has to do with one of his homies, the guy he was up there with. So the guy that he was up there with, you already know, he came out on his Instagram talking about foul on the play because, I called in a no jumper, and a lot of dudes were speaking on my police report in the incident that the police placed out there. And, I spoke on the situation, and dudes, y'all drop.
Now, Young and Hefe wants to speak on his own situation. That's his business. I don't think that is the best thing to do, but I'm also not Young and Hefe. So him speaking on his situation, I would imagine doesn't look the same as me or anyone else outwardly speaking on his situation, considering the fact that it is, again, his situation.
Like, he doing this and that, and it's like, how can you dry snitch when you speaking about something that's in writing that the police said? You know what I'm saying? So that just threw me. But like,
and again, it's conversations about himself. Like, I mean, I don't think that Ant should be doing this, but he's not having conversations about anybody else outside of him.
I said, I see now today that everything, is content, content over everything. Everybody want their 15 minutes of fame. They don't care how they get it. They'll cross you out, and they'll just say anything. And that's what's being said. These dudes is getting on the net and they're saying anything, They don't care what they say. And a lot of these dudes, like I said, I was just out there, you feel me, was having conversations with these dudes, was talking to these dudes and all this type of stuff. And then when you go to jail, dudes still see that you on the net, you still coming with content, you still doing your thing. And it seems like it's rubbing these dudes the wrong way, and they in their body and in their feelings about that. Like, I don't understand. Then they trying to like put these fake politics out there, like thinking that they politicking. So that's what I got to say about that, right? Iceman, like on some real stuff, bro. Like, you gotta ask yourself, and like, you gotta ask yourself, bro, and like, you gotta have some integrity, bro. Like, like, you gotta ask yourself. You don't think you dropped the ball sitting at no jumper table with J Hood, and J Hood has been somebody that's on the internet that said that he.
Ooh-wee. I was waiting for this to come up. And here it is. J Hood has been extremely disparaging towards the East Coast Crips, extremely disparaging towards everything that they have going on, even saying at one point in time that he was against them. So Young Ant is gonna. Young Ant is king of don't talk bad about me if you got a dirty hand. Because he was just saying the same thing to Gumby yesterday of you don't like what I'm doing on the internet, but you did the same thing. And now he's sitting here telling this dude, Iceman, you might not care for how I handled the situation, but you sat next to one of your active enemies who was outwardly dissing your homies and disrespecting your community. So it's gonna get icky, micky, vicky, sticky, and tricky for sure. For sure.
Assaulted and or whoop 50 of your homies. How you don't drop the ball?
Young and Hefe speaks like he learned how to speak English from reading Huckleberry Finn books. Like, oh, you fancy a person who blah, blah, blah. Young and Hefe speaks in Old English. Like, literally. Young and Hefe legitimately and literally speaks in Old English. Like, he literally speaks to King. Like, I'm not being facetious. He literally speaks to King's English.
Ball sit at the table when
that nigga said, you fancy a person who blah, blah, blah. I knew exactly what he meant, but nigga, you've been reading Mark Twain.
Him. That's what I don't understand with dudes. Like, dudes act like that they on peace, that they on this cripping, that they trying to come together, but then you guys get on a platform and speak blasphemy or act like what y'all doing is not blasphemy or try to excuse what y'all doing. I mean, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't agree with the shooter situation, and I don't agree with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You on a platform with a guy that's an enemy of your hood and who has been on the internet saying he whooped 50 of your homies. Like, you don't show Buster activity any love, you know what I'm saying? And you don't troop behind Buster activity. If your homie get the bad end of the stick, you know what I'm saying, for standing on business, that's what you go to war for, and that's what you troop behind. And then the cold part about it, what you guys don't even understand and what you guys fail to realize is that this dude wasn't even touched. That's the cold part about it. You know what I'm saying? Every day the layers are unfolded.
Damn, all that and nothing even happened to you, shooter? Golly, man, you created all this chaos, all this food flambery for nothing?
He wasn't even touched. Never got stabbed. Never was assaulted.
This call is being recorded.
In this LA County jail right now, you hit a tier, you know what I'm saying? You hit a tier with the Crips right now, and you got Crips rivals. The Crips are coming to you, and they like, this what we doing. They like, we cripping. They like, you got two fades, or you got a fade, and we going to get back to this cripping. When he landed on that tier, the same tier I landed on and had no problems on, he landed on that tier. And being that he's a young dude, you know what I'm saying? Some young dudes came to him and was like, hey, what's up? You got two of them. He did not want the two of them. He turned the two of them down. So how would you aid and assist somebody who turned two fades down? Like, answer that for me. Your homie.
Damn, you can't aid and assist a fade turner down. A fade turner downer. Can't do that.
Nah, if your homie hit a tier and they tell him he got two fades and he turned two fades down, if you turn the two fades down, you can't even be on the tier. You have to roll it up. So how are you aiding and assisting somebody that's rolling it up? Like, let's be real. You are a dude who's been in this county jail and been to jail. So how are you aiding and assisting buster activity? He was told he had two fades with two young dudes, and he did not want to take the fade. So they told him he had to leave. And before he left, they robbed him. You know what I'm saying? He was already going outside. You know what I'm saying? He rolled it up.
Now, shout out to attorney Jasmine. We just watched a video from her, and now I hate to say it, but this would be inadvertently telling, because you're telling somebody who got robbed. I'm not gonna call anybody out their name. Not gonna use that S word that everybody's so about, but this actually would classify as talking too much. This actually would classify as inadvertently, doing a little bit too much. You just said that they robbed him on a jail phone. I'm sorry. That is not the best thing to say. I'm just gonna say that. Not the sheesh. Got to stay up now. Yeah.
To the gate, told the police he can't be here. When they told him he had to go, he said, that's all I got to do is get up out of here on AG. I'm out of here. They never even put their hands on this dude, you know what I'm saying? They never even touched him, you know what I'm saying? They just robbed him and took his stuff and stood over him and made him get on the phone and say the stuff that was on the phone. Like, you can't excuse what happened, bro. But, like, let's stop faking and trying to put this like, oh, this falls on the gangsters or this fall on me, because it don't, you know what I'm saying? When you do buster stuff like that, you get rewarded, you know what I'm saying, with the bad end of the stick. And the cold part about it, he never was stabbed. He never was beat. Nothing never happened to him. Nothing's wrong with his face. Nothing's wrong with his body. He left and went right across the way to 2100. And the dudes from 2100 came over here asking, hey, was he straight? So, like, where's the ball drop? But on top of that, how you sit on the panel, though, you got to ask yourself, and I'm asking like a legit question, like, how are you on the panel with Jay Hood? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it all for the love of no jumper and being on the internet or trying to show some type of fake Crip, you know what I'm saying, camaraderie? It's the same dude that was on the internet that said he assaulted 50 of your homies, you know what I'm saying, and or beat.
That is true. That is true. Jay Hood did say that he was very successful in his tenure against the East Coast Crips. I'm not sure how true or how false that is, because I wasn't there, nor do I want to be there. But Jay Hood did say that.
Your homie. So how you sit at the table with him and try to say that the gangsters dropped the ball when this is a enemy of yours and an enemy, you know what I'm saying, who have been tripping with your homies, bro? Like, y'all can't call a foul without checking y'all fouls, bro. And that's what I'm not understanding out here, like with this internet and dudes on the street. There's a lot of dudes out here, you know what I'm saying, that's just coming out speaking, you feel me? And I'm not lying. This shit is feeling like a Drake song, you know what I'm saying? I got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy. Like,
trying to take away from the Hefe.
Every which way you look, somebody Aunt Hefe this or making a reference to Aunt Hefe. And it's just like funny with the dudes that you lightweight, you know what I'm saying, whatever was cool with or thought you was cool with and had relations, you know what I'm saying, ships with, they coming out just like saying like bogus stuff. Like, bro, but you can't say the gangsters dropped the ball from somebody who was never touched. You know what I'm saying? That chose to roll it up and chose to get robbed and go on about his business. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that the gangsters dropped the ball without checking the ball that's in your court. You know what I'm saying? You right at the table with Jay Hood for the love of no jumper, bro. Like, where they do that at? This is the same dude that was on controversial on the internet for saying that he whooped out 50 of your homies, and the only dude that said something was like Spider Loc, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's the only dude that said something behind it. So I'm just like on some real stuff, bro. Like, y'all gotta like do better, bro, and like have integrity and just stop hopping out there, bro. Like to try to do views, you know what I'm saying, off somebody's name and just because everybody else, you know what I'm saying, are trying to go back and forth, bro. Like I'm not interested in no back and forth, bro, like on no fake gossip or you know what I'm saying, fake politics, bro. You know what I'm saying? Definitely with dudes who've been through here and supposed to understand. I don't know where you dudes like get this like false mentality from or oh man, it's supposed like what? Like how like who aids? Like I've never aid and assisted a buster. Like you aid and assist the soldiers, you know what I'm saying? That's how it go. If your homie do dupe, you know what I'm saying, and he get marked out, you know what I'm saying, how are you gonna aid and assist him? Now it's different if dudes, you know, brought down on him, you know what I'm saying, they had things on him and they just like strip do this and that. It's kinda different, you know what I'm saying? But when you legit, you know what I'm saying, say you don't want to fight when they tell you you got two fades, and you say what you got to do to get up out of here, and they tell you to roll it up, and they rob you, and saying in the process of you rolling it up, like where's the ball dropped?
Yeah. The only thing that I'm gonna say is just bad is that you just keep mentioning this robbery. You keep mentioning the robbery, like that's ugly. I'm not gonna lie, that's ugly. Everybody can feel how they want to feel. Niggas can think what they want to think, say what they want to say. That is ugly. That's not something that. You know, I don't think that was wise to bring up. Honestly, I don't think that was wise to bring up. I don't think that was wise to keep bringing up because, again, that's not legal. You can't. I don't know if you know, but you actually can't do that.
Ain't foul. That the only ball dropped in foul is on the corporate, on the guy. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a member and he should know better. You know what I'm saying? But that's just something I wanted to address because I seen this on No Jumper. I don't know if, you know what I'm saying, dudes, like I said, is just, you know, want to do views or want something to talk about or, you know, like I know how I go, I guess, when dudes want their 15 minutes of fame, dudes finally, you know, made it in the door or whatever. I guess that's just what this is. But, man, Adam 22, man, you got it, man. Look, man, this is bad content, man. With that being...
Yes, it is bad content. Yes, it is, in fact, bad content, but Lord have mercy, young Jefe. Lord have mercy.
Carjack 100 here. If you need your transmission check, come on down to Carjack's. I'm your transmission expert.
I'm glad that you enjoyed that content. We heard the cries, we heard the complaints. Now we don't got no intro, but we do got an outro with the same information, man. Make sure that you are tapped in. Make sure you dropping comments. Make sure you dropping likes. Make sure you subscribing to everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network because we will be giving away some more Chiliana once we hit that 40,000 membership, 40,000 subscriber, threshold. We're gonna make sure that we give y'all some Chiliana, man. So make sure that y'all stay tapped in. Make sure y'all stay looking out. Make sure y'all stay right here at TNN Trap News Network. The news you can use, the knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college. Hit a like, hit a comment, hit a good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We're gonna keep you updated on what's going on these YouTube streets. You already know the deal, man. If you enjoyed this content, throw the red dot to the left. You know the rest. We gone.
Hi, I'm Whack 100. When I'm not snitching on the internet, I'm snitching in real life for your own personal home security. Call 1-800-WACK-ATTACK. We're first, law enforcement second. Hey, I'm Adam 22. Got an extra soul laying around? Be like Doughboy and Whack 100 and sell yours today. One soul equals a lot of clout.
Apollo Jackson. It's dangerous. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboard. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we done came from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let him hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 points strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Got
gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboard. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Friends is hella fake, I know we're enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6. Miss it with the bullshit, you can save it. Ballin' like us niggas up in game 6.
Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.